Hi, my name is Philip King and welcome to this video, how to choose the perfect domain name for your business. In this video I'm going to reveal some tips and tricks for choosing the perfect domain name for your website or blog. The perfect domain name is memorable, unique, easy to spell and will rank high in searches. Here's what to do. First we need to begin by getting some of the technical stuff out of the way. Let's start by talking about a URL, or Uniform Resource Locator, and domain name. The URL is the online address where a page or post on your website can be found. For example, http://kingsolutions.org.uk/WordPress is a URL, which directs you to my WordPress website. The domain name in this case is kingsolutions.org.uk. What are you going to choose for your domain name? When deciding on a domain name for your website, you should think about it from your visitor's point of view. Which of these names do you think is more memorable and compelling? The Witch website with redbarn.com, redwitchbarndoors.com, redwitchbarn.com. Notice in particular the spelling and the way the name has been represented. People need to be able to remember your domain name. They need to be able to spell it easily. It needs to be memorable. It should also have something to do with, and preferably describe, your business. If your business is purely local, then try to indicate that. One of the things I see a lot is people with small, local businesses trying to be international. Don't. Choose a domain name that relates your business to your locality. This is a huge opportunity. If you're based in Kent, for example, include Kent in your domain name. For example, kent.redwitchbarn.co.uk. This immediately indicates it's a UK-based company in the county of Kent. If possible, you also want to try and indicate your area of expertise in your domain name. The person reading your URL is trying to gather as much information as possible in the space of a few seconds to make a decision. Is this URL worth visiting, or should I move on and continue my search? Don't make it difficult for them. Domain name endings. When deciding upon a domain name ending, you will find there's a lot of really interesting endings to choose from. .me, .us, .mobi, .biz, .com, and many more. Most people still default to .com if possible. The .com ending is very popular. It's got history on its side, and people naturally type it in if they have to guess. That having been said, if your business is country-specific, i.e. it trades locally in the UK or is targeted specifically at a UK customer base, getting UK in the domain name is a great way to rank higher in the search engines. The primary extensions for United Kingdom websites are .com and .co.uk. Why shorter is better? Which of these domain names would you prefer to type? The Witch website with the Red Barn from Kent.com, KentRedWitchBarn.com. Which do you think would cause the fewest mistakes? If you had to tell someone the name over the phone, which would look better on your business card? I think we would all agree a short domain name is always a lot better. It's easier to spell and easier to remember. Sure, it's fine to have a long domain name if someone finds your site by using a search engine. A long domain name won't cause any problems in such cases. But most people have too many passwords and PIN numbers to remember as it is. Let's make it easier for them to remember your domain name. Keep it simple. The shortest and most direct domain name is always the best. You'll have to get creative to find it though. Most of the best domain names being registered today are company names, a person's name, or two-word combinations. What's in a name? Should you make up a name? It's hard to get a short 4, 5 or even 10-letter domain name that's an actual valid word. It's tempting to create a word that isn't in the dictionary. However, if the words you choose do not exist in the dictionary, people will probably not remember how it is spelt. That is, unless you become a household name. Are you an IBM, ICI, Kodak? From a marketing point of view, this means you're going to require a large marketing budget to ingrain that name into people's minds. You'll need to establish the brand. When you're just starting out, however, it will be tough to get people to remember a made-up word. So try not to use creative spelling. Your customers aren't looking for a puzzle, they're looking for you and your product. You can use a number in your domain, i.e. be creative, that's BECRE8IVE, but no one will ever find it, and it means nothing to the search engines. Some confusing names. When deciding upon your domain name, check similar names and brands. Don't get your name confused with others. Here are some confusing brand names. Do you know what a Three Musketeers bar is called in the UK? It's called a Milky Way. So what do you get in the UK if you ask for a US style Milky Way? You get a Mars bar. Confusing, isn't it? Should you use your name? Many business brands have the name of the proprietor. Sainsbury, Sears, McDonald's. So should you use your own name? Well, there's no reason why not. Is it memorable, short, easy to spell, distinctive? But first think about this. If you're not a brand name, wouldn't it make more sense to have your domain name reflect the purpose of your business? People will not be searching for your name, they will be searching for a product or service, a solution to a problem. If the domain name you choose can help facilitate a connection to that answer, you're going to have a lot more success. Think Campbell's Soup. Domain name fails. Lastly, be very, very careful on the spelling and concatenation of your domain name. It may suddenly become very inappropriate and not what you intended at all. Tips and tricks. You can research your domain name choices at any of the registrars listed in my article, Where to Register Domain Names. Most of these registrars provide domain name registration, domain name hosting, free domain name research facilities, and some even give you a free domain name if you accept their hosting package. Avoid buying a .info or .org extension unless you're running a non-profit business, as few people look for these. If more than one popular extension is available for your domain name, you should try to buy them all. Domain names are not expensive, and you can point multiple URLs to the same website. Buying multiple similar names ensures that you keep the competition away from your name, and that anyone searching for your domain name will find you. Most large corporations use this trick. When you've registered a domain name, as soon as the traffic starts picking up, go ahead and renew it for multiple years. This is an investment. Even if you don't keep the site yourself, you can sell your valuable virtual real estate at a profit later. Renewing your domain for multiple years can not only save you money, but can keep someone from sneaking in and registering your domain name if you miss the expiration date. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you found it interesting. As I said earlier, you might also be interested in reading my article, Where to Register Domain Names. This and other articles of interest can be found on my website, the details of which are given below. Well, I hope you found something useful and enjoyed this video. If you did, then please share with others and click the like button. Once again, thanks for taking the time to view the video.